The trucks were in Memphis last weekend, telling the short track to choke him a little bit. Kareem in the Dream Machine led early, while Mark Martin was getting bullied at the back of the pack. Near the halfway mark of the race, the first green flag stops arrived, and the tire wall at the beginning of pit road was the devil in disguise, taking out the 33 and Smokey the Bear. The resulting caution left the field all shook up, with a majority of trucks on the tail end of the lead lap. Godzilla eventually brought out another caution that squeezed the field back together as the drivers buckled in for the final laps. With under 10 laps to go, hot, splash, and go action was on the menu. Mark Martin had a smooth stop, but ended up checking into the Heartbreak Hotel as he simply could not get out onto the track ahead of teammate Nathan Jessup, who said, "Thank you very much," and got his first win of the season. Now taking a look at the points here, 4 races to go. Mark Martin now in the lead. John Denver sitting there, just a steady presence for a while now in the top 10. Bob Vila, Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt with a big drop last few races, buddy, for Ron Guay. Then you have Nathan Jessup, my boy. We're going to keep an eye on him this race. I'm starting right near him. I'm going to try to push him to the front. And Edward Scissorhands, the DNF at Memphis. Sorry to say, R.A. Kaiser, that might kill him. We'll see. And then we got Chad Crow with Newman, Hank Hill, and Walker Texas Ranger over there. And then Dwight Schrute and John Wilkes Booth right now would be... I want to get Nathan Jessup into the Legends Series because I like the truck. But Julius Caesar, we don't have to worry about him. So Mark Martin and Julius Caesar are out of the Legends Series. So we still need 2 more trucks. And right now that would be Dwight Schrute and John Wilkes Booth. So John Wilkes Booth has made a big charge. But take a look at MacGruber in P14. We're about to talk about him. MacGruber, of course, is a B-Spinny truck. And he's basically carried B-Spinny to the Owners' Championship lead here with 4 races to go. And I fiddled with the numbers. Didn't fiddle with the numbers, but I wiped out the first 15 races and just calculated who's been the points leader in the second half, including Pocono, like since Pocono to now. And it's MacGruber. And he has like a 16, 17 point lead over Bob Vila in those standings. Pretty incredible. Meanwhile, Walker Texas Ranger for Matt Geiger, he's like 3rd from the bottom. He's like the second. He's like Godzilla. No offense, dumb and low. But yeah, in these Owners Championship race, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is really bringing down Chad Crow. There's just no 2 ways about it. Chad Crow could be running away with this right now. And then you have R.A. Kaiser, took a big hit with Edward Scissorhands, add 30 points-ish to that number for R.A. Kaiser, and he's in second place right now. Just an unfortunate series of events at the end of Memphis. Then you have Macho Man really bringing down RFY. It used to be Hogan, but it just feels like Macho Man's really bringing him down. The aforementioned Dumb Man Low has Godzilla, who sucks. Yeah, Ron Guay has Joe Dirt. And then you drop down to Phil and all them, and it's like, we'll talk about you during the race, but you don't have marquee attention here until you get into those top six drivers here, or 6 owners. But we'll talk about you during the race because we'll have some time to talk at Talladega, and that's coming up next.
Gentlemen, start your engines, brothers!
The tension is building as the Truck Series sets up for the final 4 races of the season. Drivers and owners are now staring down the barrel of the largest and fastest track on the schedule. We're here at Talladega for the running of the Heinz 175 live on PBS Sports. All right, the field is between 3 and 4. Let's send it down to Andre the Giant on pit road for some pre-race thoughts. What do you got, big guy?
Yeah, don't sound too excited there, Rick. But the good news is you won't hear from me that much this race. We're not going to have a bunch of field snapshots because the field's all going to be all condensed together. But we'll see what happens. We're running no damage. and no cautions this race, just like the recent Daytona race and Bristol race. So if your truck gets caught in a wreck somewhere, you're going to be in trouble. And Rick, you'll talk more about that, I'm assuming, once the green flag drops. The field is in the trioval right now. The pace truck zooming past me right now on pit road. And you can feel it's just hot today. 212 degrees, they said today in Talladega. It's the boiling point of water, Rick. Anyway, I'm setting the BG's timer for you, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And we'll send it up to you.
All right, thanks, Andre. I don't think that temperature is accurate.
Truck outside. Stay low.
Now, I started P39. Colonel Nathan Jessup, my teammate, who won at Memphis, started P40, and he's right behind. He's tucking in behind me right now. The way my point system works is, I've talked about it numerous times, but I'm giving away $100, $50 to the overall points champion over 30 races, and then $50 to the second half owners champion. And there are 11 YouTube commenters that have 3 trucks each in the field. That's 33. And then AC Racing, me, I have 6 teammates, including myself, 7 AC Racing trucks. And for every AC Racing truck that finishes above the top YouTube owner in the overall 30 race standings, the individual standings, I save $10. I don't have to give away 100. So as it stands right now, I am first in the points, so I'm only giving away $90 right now. And if I can get Nathan Jessup up there in the standings, I only have to give away $80. So I'd love to have some kind of strategy here. Try to pull Nathan Jessup to the front here. Basically keep him out of trouble, because a wreck that happens, I don't want him involved. And I didn't really harp on the Owners Championship points too much there in the pre-race, because this is pretty much the final wild card of the season where anything can happen. So I didn't want to overanalyze things on where your trucks were starting. But I'm definitely going to try to go all in. Starting next race at Texas with 3 races to go. And maybe just focus on the top 5 owners. Because I don't know, just seems like those bottom 5 owners, they just don't have a good chance. I mean, for now they don't have a chance. Who knows what happens this race? I don't know. We got 10 seconds left on the BG's clock. I think we're good. I think we're good. Nathan Jessup coming up with me through the pack. I like it. We are good to go. You know, that BG's clock, that's come into play a couple times this season, and I got to keep it up, because we might need it in these last 2 or 3 races. Who knows? And this is Talladega. I think I mentioned, I forget when, but I mentioned that Talladega was going to be the race that I opened up the, the registration for Season 3 truck owners. That's going to be in a separate video around this time. Probably posted later today. If you're watching this as soon as it was posted. Just rest assured that if you are a truck owner in this first season, you're grandfathered in to season 3. But you're not guaranteed. I mean, if you want a spot, you got one. But if you don't at least submit your name, I'm not going to put you in. I'm not going to give you trucks if you don't submit your name on that other video where I'm asking for the submissions. Just want to keep you involved in everything. I know I've seen a lot of people, a lot of owners have been commenting a bunch, but I know there's a couple, I'm not going to name them, but there's a couple I haven't really seen commenting that much on the races. And again, I don't want to be like, watch my videos or else. But the participation from the owners is fun. So. And the tricky part is the next season. I mean, we're in the beginning of March now. That next season isn't until August. We're talking, 5 months between seasons. And I'm trying to keep things fresh during the off season. Maybe run some exhibitions. Or some fantasy tracks, some silly races or something. But, yeah. I don't know. The owners, having the truck owners and everything, that's just fun. It's good stuff. Nathan Jessup has come with me through the pack. But it's a fool's errand to even attempt to stay with Nathan Jessup, babysit him all race long, try to keep him up near the front. It's impossible. I think I've done all I could do, which was drag him to the front here, and then whatever happens, happens. Not surprising to see McGruber up here early. Just the hottest driver in NASCAR right now. Other than Mark Martin, actually. Now, here's my pick right there, Bigfoot. Something, I've been looking at the standings recently, just, every race. We never talk about Bigfoot. I think it's time for Bigfoot to break through this race for Dumb Man Low. That's my pick. But yeah, McGruber has 2 straight top 10s, but Mark Martin has 3 straight top 10s. And he can possibly get his 4th straight top 10 here and really put a stranglehold on the points lead. Fleetwood Mac in the lead here. They won the Daytona 500. That was so long ago, wasn't it? I still remember that. Like the very first race of the season, me thinking that like Doc Holliday won or something. I forget. Well, yeah. Apparently, I don't remember it that well, but just being astonished that Fleetwood Mac pulled that off for Ron Guay. And Ron Guay had his trucks in the top 10 for the first chunk of the season, and then he's had Joe Dirt, and now Joe Dirt's had a couple of bad runs recently. Want to get out here and lead a lap and get a bonus point. That'll be very nice. There we go.
Plucking that chicken, keep digging. The boys in the garage really gave you a great truck there.
The field is separated by 2.14 right now. Everybody together. But yeah, in starting to think about putting together things for Season 3, you know, the truck series was fun. And, you know, I've been talking about how, oh, I'm going all in on trucks the rest of the time. But variety is the spice of life. And I haven't designed. I think by this point in Season 1, I had already been painting 5 or 6 trucks, and had a few of them to show off at the season finale. I haven't started any work on the next season's roster yet. Of course, they'll be all fictional again. But I'm thinking of a couple. I'm thinking of a couple different options we can use for that. I'll probably have to remip a bunch of the tracks, but probably go back to cars, at least for one season. And I don't know if I want to do the Winston 98 mod or do something more modern. If you're watching this, just leave a suggestion in the comments on which one you want me to do. Because the next gen, I haven't really experimented with that. It's crashed my computer a couple times. Something about the shadows or something. And it looks like that's been fixed. I haven't looked into it recently. But before I just go willy-nilly and start painting 40 cars, I really want the mod that I'm painting for to be stable and not, you know, surprise me 5 races into a season that the cars won't work at a certain track or something. I don't know. So the next gen will take a lot of experimentation. But possibly the Bull Ring or the Gen 6, I don't know. Or again, Winston 98 mod. Because I think the demographic that most watch these videos are over 30, I'd say. I'm not 100% sure on that. And if you're over 30, there's a good chance that you grew up watching 90s NASCAR. And you definitely have, there's nostalgia and definitely for some of those 90s mods. Hence why why I always run those kind of things. I just love the look of that Cup 90s mod. But I don't know. I think the most modern one I've run are these trucks. I think these were 2015. And so yeah, I mean we probably could afford next season to go to the Winston 98 bodies, and then season 4 go modern, maybe with next gen. Maybe just give me more time to figure out what's going on with that mod for season 4. And hell, I guess season 5 would be back in the trucks because I've already painted all these trucks. All right, I'd already have half of the field painted in these trucks. for the eventual Legend Series with 40 trucks, 10 from each season. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have some free time. Maybe another mod looks good. I don't know. Anything goes. But if we do break from the Craftsman Truck Series, we would need a series sponsor if we go back to the cars. Because NASCAR Cup Series just ain't fun. And we'd probably have to go back to the Winston Cup Series for that. Which, now that I know my way around the MIPS and whatnot, shouldn't be too bad. To put some Winston Cup signage in there. All right, anyway, we're lap 19. We're pitting around lap 26 or 27, so I'll catch you on the flip side. And, as Andre would say, have you erect for those pit stops. All right, we're on lap 24. The field is still separated by 2.19 seconds. And if I'm smart in the replay, I have a camera planted in the middle of the pack, showing you where your truck is here as pit stops approach. Again, it's just makes no. There's no reason to throw up like a field snapshot with standings right now because things are always changing. Putting on right sides only, fueling her up. No stops yet. Where's my guy Jessup? P15. So, I mean, with no cautions, this race is really going to come down to not being in a wreck and having good pit stops. But I'm firmly planted here in second place. I'm not letting Bob Vila around me. Not getting pushed to the outside before pit stops. Looks like there's some 3 wide action near the back of the pack. I just had to scratch my leg and Bob Vila pushes 3 wide. I think pit stops are coming next lap. Nope, they have begun, it looks like. Escobar and John Wilkes Booth, at least. I'll pit with Rod the Bod, I don't care. Of course, talking about Rod Woodson here. Yeah, it seems like Rod the Bod is going in here.
Truck up higher. Clear, clear. 5 is the speed limit. 55. 3,500 in second. The leader is now on pit road.
Nice stop. Could have been better. My brakes. Oh, something's weird. Something weird's going on with my brakes.
Go, go, go. Get going there. Keep it under 5, 55, 3,500 in second.
Who'd we come in with? Rod Woodson? Where's he at? There he comes. Very good. I think Nathan Jessup's right on me too.
Clear pit lane. Get going there.
So if we're the leaders, and I think we had some elite pit stops there.
Merge when you can. The leader leader is now on pit
Nathan
road.
Jessup's going to be in the lead pack. That is amazing. But who knows? Maybe these other groups had just lights out stops. I don't know. Big sigh of relief for me, anyway. Staying near the front here. Not wrecking, not speeding on pit road. My brakes like weren't working. It's not the pedals. The pedals are like newish. I don't know. But
The leader is now on pit road.
I'm in turn 1 and 2 right now, passing a lot of trucks that have pitted. Yeah, will probably not be. They might battle for the lead here later.
Inside.
But I need Rod Woodson to keep up his speed.
Truck inside there.
Nathan Jessup's coming with me right now. And it looks like that's Bob Vila and somebody. Looks like that's Newman for Chad Crow. Oh, that's so great. That's so nice to see Colonel Jessup here.
Still there.
We got some more trucks filtering off pit road. John Denver, Joe Dirt. A couple of big names in the points are going to be in the back of the pack here pretty much. Still dealing with that throat thing a little bit that I mentioned at Memphis. Yeah, it's going to take them way too long to get up to speed.
Is the leader, big man. Do what you gotta do.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, don't wreck anybody. And then probably another lap or two. We'll have some hot snapshot action from Andre. Because it seems like the field is split up. And look who's sneaking in behind me. Is my pick for this race, Bigfoot.
Is the leader, big man. Do what you gotta do. Stay low. Truck up top. You're looking good from up here.
And I got my teammate up here, Nathan Jessup. This is it's coming up all roses right now.
Truck outside. Stay low. Clear up top.
What we need to do is just run fast around here, stay away from the next pack that's behind us.
Truck inside there.
But right now it's not
There.
happening. I think Rod Woodson has the truck to beat.
Stay high. Stay high. Clear, clear. Truck inside there. Still there.
Got Julius Caesar up here, another one of my point guys. Oh, this is great.
There. Stay high.
Man. So annoying.
Truck out here. Stay high.
You don't realize how many times you clear your throat
Clear down low.
until you really don't want to. Like I'm trying not to clear my throat, and then like eventually I just have to throw in the towel.
Next truck is the leader, big man. Do what you
There's
gotta
too many throat clears to go back and find them all.
Still there. Clear up top. Truck outside. Still there. Stay low. Truck up top. Stay low.
Lap 33, we're getting the halfway mark. This is the halfway mark already here. Man, coming up.
Stay low. Clear, clear. Truck up high there. Still there. Stay low. Still
It should have been the halfway mark.
Save your tires here, but keep hustling. Stay low, truck up top. Clear, clear.
It looks like everybody has crossed the start-finish line. We'll hit it. We'll send it up to Andre here.
All right, thanks, Rick, or Tom. I forget what I called you earlier, Rick, I think. We have 13 trucks in that front pack, and then about a little over 3 seconds back to that next pack, and then 4 seconds back to the next pack, and then 2 seconds back to the next pack. So this is shaping up. This is exactly what you wanted, Rick, in your NASCAR and CBS or PBS, excuse me, PBS intro that you made before the season, showing the trucks through the trioval. I don't know. We're just trying to find things to talk about here at Talladega. We're just going to be winding down the laps here. Maybe you can talk about the pit strategy coming up down the stretch. But that's all I got. I'm out of creative ideas.
Yeah, thanks, Andre. We're late in the season. It's all about the race in action. We've covered pretty much everything we wanted to talk about this season. But actually, I'm trying to keep a look at the intervals on to the next pack. That's a lot of ground to make up for them, especially there's 13 trucks in this pack, and then it looks like there's like 13 trucks in that next pack too. So it's gonna be two packs racing pretty much identically. You know, ebb and flow. Some trucks getting some trucks getting a jump and moving to the front of the pack and everything, their respective packs. So I think it's going to take a lot for them to catch this front pack. Although their lead truck just did gain 0.3 on John Wilkes Booth. So I might be hurting my pack. So I'm going to move to the outside. Experiment a little bit. But yeah, Andre was talking about the eventual pit strategy coming up. Those stops happened around lap 26, 27, 28. So depending on when you pitted, you'll be pitting again with 14 laps to go. You know, like 12 laps to go, maybe 10 laps to go. So and I was in the second group. I don't know if I'll be able to keep tabs on when everybody's pitting there, but I don't know if tires is the play. I think it's just going to be fuel. We'll probably have to pause the game during the pit stops to see what they're doing. What I don't want to do is lose this pack here, like get put like what happened at Daytona, where all the trucks lined up and just destroyed me. It really threw me for a loop. So I gotta hang out with Escobar here now. Yeah, that group back there, they used to be 4.4 back. Now they're 4.0 from the leader. It's just hard to tell if they're gaining or not. Boy, this throat thing's pissing me off. All right, they just lost. That shows you where we're at now. They just lost 0.06 of a second on the leader back there.
Stay low, truck up top. Still there.
And they're still 4 seconds ahead of that next group.
Stay low.
And that next group is still 2 seconds ahead of the next group.
Stay low, truck up top. Clear, clear.
I'm playing with fire by staying at the back of this pack, though.
Truck outside. Stay low. Stay low.
All right, that group just lost a 1/10 of a second on the leader.
Stay low, truck up top.
Yeah, it's probably stupid just to always be watching those times every lap. Seems like it's just going to fluctuate, but I don't think they have enough to really gain a lot of time on the front pack.
Clear, clear.
But let's see who's lucking out right now, owners-wise. And guess who? Chad Crow has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Newman up here in this group. Dumbman Low has Bob Vila and Bigfoot in this group.
Truck outside.
AC Racing has a couple trucks. Pablo Escobar for Phil Siborowski. John Wilkes Booth for R.A. Kaiser. John Wilkes Booth trying to get into the eventual Legends season series or whatever.
Stay low, truck up top.
Oscar the Grouch in here for Jacob and Deanna.
Rewind, two of them outside. Rewind, two of them outside. Truck outside. Stay low, truck up top. Stay low. Clear up top. Truck outside. Stay low, truck up top.
Yeah, I'll probably have to take a day or two off before I record Texas. Because every time I start talking, I have to start clearing my throat.
Top 10, but we still got work to do. Let's go. Stay low, truck up top.
That won't be reflected in the upload schedule, but
Rewind, two of them outside. Truck outside. Still there. Stay low, truck up top. Still there.
all right, we're at lap 43.
Still there.
At the line here, we'll go to commercial. And come back for when we're close to these pit stops. With 23 to go, Bob Vila in the lead. That lead pack of 13 trucks is about 4 to 4.4 seconds ahead of that next group. And then that group is about 3.5 seconds ahead of the next group. And then that group is about 3.5 seconds ahead of the next group. So it's all coming down to the pit stops that we will be bringing you live after the break. All right, we're back. Lap 49. Live coverage of the Heinz 175 at Talladega. Programming note, stay tuned after the race for an all-new episode of The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. Just a great show. You should watch it. Really soothing and calming. A lot of episodes on YouTube. But don't watch them on YouTube. Watch them on PBS. Your home for painting. Coming up after the race.
Do what you gotta do. Stay low.
All right, we're coming up on pit stops. The most important pit stops of your life.
Truck outside.
That group
Stay low.
behind the that second group has really closed the gap. They're 2.78 back now. And that had a lot to do with Mark Martin leading the pack for a while and just really holding them up.
Still there.
Wasn't intentional. Me, not Mark, but me. It wasn't intentional. I just got out to the lead and I couldn't get out of it without risk of getting thrown off the pack, you know. But 2.78 seconds is still a long time.
Stay low, tuck up top. You're looking good from up here, big guy.
Now it's down to 2.59.
Use the leader, big man.
So they are
What you
coming.
gotta do, stay low, tuck up top.
And we got Andre the Giant
Stay low.
on pit road coming up here.
Still there.
Showing the action. I don't know if I did a field snapshot or what.
Clear up top.
Hopefully I did one. I forgot to plan it out because you're probably wondering what pack your truck is in, but I think you have an idea from a previous snapshot. All right, we see some rapid numbers changing. Pit stops have begun. Andre the Giant on pit road. What do you got for us?
Yeah, we got some trucks coming down pit road right now, Rick. And they're looking for their pit stalls. Just some exciting stuff here.
Stay low.
And they're getting serviced. The fans are cheering everybody on.
Stay low, tuck up
And the trucks are going to be leaving pit road here.
Clear, clear. Inside. Next truck is the leader, big man.
All right.
What you gotta do? Clear, clear.
All right, looks like we have another round of trucks coming down
The leader is now
pit
on
road here, Rick.
road.
Some of the leaders. And they're
P1.
getting down to speed, going the speed limit on pit road. And they're pulling into their stalls. And they're looking good. Just like before, the fans are cheering them on.
Truck inside there.
It's hot stuff. I do have reports that Mark Martin is coming in this next lap. And I'm also hearing that he's taking on 2 left side tires. And I think I smell a musky scent near pit road. Yep, that is Mark Martin making his entry onto pit road here. One of the manliest drivers, I think, in the field. As he tiptoes into his stall, he's putting on left sides just like the rest of the gang.
Go, go, go. Get out of here. Keep it under 5.55.
And Mark Martin is out of there. And we got some other trucks on pit road, just some hot action.
Hey, watch
Rick.
your speed. 3,500 in second.
And it's all gonna, we'll see where Mark Martin comes out here. He's with Darth Vader, who was in that front pack.
Clear pit lane. Get going there.
So at least they can hang out together and be buddies.
Merge when you can.
But I'm thinking that's the end of pit stops here, Rick. So I'm going to send it back to you.
The leader is now on pit road.
No, wait a minute. Never mind. The leader just came on pit road, Rick. And it looks like he's going to go into his stall here and do a pit stop. That's all I got. Back to you.
Thanks, Andre. Feels like you aren't even watching pit road and just guessing what's happening, but whatever. It definitely looks like I stayed in this front pack, though. It's good news for me. Bad news for whoever this truck is coming out of pit road. Looks like Hank Hill, I'd say.
Next truck is the leader, big man.
That is Hank Hill for Phil Siborowski. I don't know if it's awful news. He won't be in the front pack, but I don't know. My boy Nathan Jessup's up here. We're 3 wide. Holy shit.
Stay high. You're on the top, 3 wide.
Unnecessarily 3 wide. No problem, though.
Inside, truck inside there. Clear down low.
We only got 5 or 6 trucks up here now, but I think that's gonna... I think that next group's gonna catch us.
Still there. Still there.
And Chad Crow has maintained his 2 trucks up here. Incredible.
Clear.
Darth Vader for Campbell Racing. Shaking off just a rough season for the 8 truck. Trying to get a win here. Oh, but boy, the field has gotten, it's been shaken up a little bit. I don't remember Hulk Hogan or Mr. Miyagi in that front group before pit stops, but they are there now. And there's like it's nearly a 4-second gap back to the next group now. I always forget if I'm talking in my like Andre announcer voice or just me talking. Oh my God. Chad Crow has all 3 of his trucks up here.
Still there. Clear down low. Truck inside there.
Unbelievable.
Still there.
But still looks like a 13 truck battle.
Still there.
Andre,
Still there.
we probably panned up from pit road.
Clear. Truck inside there.
We probably panned up from pit road to show where your truck ended up and where they were in the pack. But now that everything's settled out and the packs look pretty much firmly set,
Truck under you. Stay
we'll get a snapshot here on the backstretch for you.
Clear. Clear.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. Last time you'll probably be hearing from me this race. Nathan Jessup in the lead in that pack of 13 trucks, just like it was before those pit stops. They're now 6 seconds ahead of that next group, and trying to remember who was in that that front group earlier, Rick. I'm having a hard time remembering. But yeah, like you said, the big thing is Chad Crow having all 3 of his trucks up here in that front pack. That's going to be a huge boost to him, probably propel him to the points lead. Doc Holliday leading that next pack. And then 4 seconds back, John Denver's leading a pack. And then unfortunately, Turt Ferguson, Smokey the Bear, and Randy Savage bringing everything up in the rear. But I mean, it was just all luck, and somehow Chad Crow has been able to get all 3 of his trucks up here, and I think that's something we both mentioned it a few times now, because that is just a stroke of really good luck for Chad Crow. But that's it from me. We'll send it up to you, Rick.
All right, thanks, big guy. We got 7 laps to go. I'm going for this win. I don't care. This is the first time all season, really, I really have a chance to win a restrictor plate track race. I think. I can't remember. But it's rare to be really in the thick of it right now.
Stay low. Truck up top. Clear up top. Truck outside. Stay low.
This isn't some strategy where I'm hanging back trying to get a run. I'm barely holding on to Nathan Jessup here. But if I have a choice, I'm going to push Nathan Jessup to the win. I'm not going to take the win. I'm going to get those extra points for my boy. Mr. Miyagi, I want to say he wasn't in this group before the stops.
Still there.
The Hulk Hogan, I don't think was either.
Truck up top. Still there. Stay low. Truck up top. 3 wide. 2 outside. Truck outside.
All right, I'm going to play ball. I'm tapping the brake here because I'm trying to get Nathan Jessup down here. I'm waving him in right now. I want to get him out of that top line. And he's terrified. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to come down. And I'm not paying attention, and I just pushed myself 3 wide. Oh my God. I can handle 3 wide. There's just no reason to do it. Come on, Jessup. I mean, he's getting a lot of points this race, but now I'm getting greedy. I want him to win. I'm looking for him to make a move down here in front of me, and he doesn't want to go. All right, now he goes. Now he goes. And we're 3 wide. I'm going to be able to push down here. I'm going to try to get under Newman if he lets me, but no, he's going to fall in line. That's fine. You don't want to be in the lead with 3 to go because you're not going to be able to hold it. Oh, Nathan Jessup making a move. It's probably too early. A little too early. If I can get up there, I can block for him. Because right now, he's going to get pushed up to where Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is right now. But as the conveyor belt is moving, it seems like I'm going to be in the lead here. I don't know. Nathan Jessup's holding off Vader up there. Don't let him under you, you bastard. He's holding the line. Come on, buddy. Handle the truth. 2 more laps. Come on. I'm not getting involved in that draft. Oh, son of a bitch. Darth Vader makes a move. And we're coming up to the white flag here, and it's going to be Newman or Vader winning this. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar making a move, though. Just don't wreck there, Nathan Jessup. Just stay up here. Get me some of those points. Yeah, I became more enamored with the fact of Jessup getting a win than I did about me trying to get a win. So I am not really upset I'm not going to win here, but looks like I can squeeze under Newman and get a P3. And hopefully Jessup, every point matters. Hopefully he doesn't lose too many spots here. But Darth Vader getting a win for Campbell Racing. Let's not sleep on Campbell. I don't know how the field's going to look, owners championship wise after this. But Campbell Racing might be doing okay after this with a win. I mean, they got Gritty P26 and Einstein P31, so I don't know. But Chad Crow is, without a doubt, going to be in the points lead after this. All right, taking a look at these results. Darth Vader gets the win for Campbell Racing. That's big. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar finally. Well, I mean, he still can't get a win. That's like 4 or 5 second or third place finishes this season. Unbelievable. Mark Martin with 4 straight top 10s. And of course, we had Newman, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Alex Trebek, all Chad Crow trucks finish in the top 10. He is definitely going to be leading the ownership battle, the ownership championship with 3 races remaining. And then my boy Nathan Jessup gets a ton of points here. I'm looking forward to how the individual points battle looks. And then John Wilkes Booth is circled over there because he's just turning it on. He's turning it on for R.A. Kaiser. It's really incredible. Your mom's been making moves. Walker with another good finish. Nice to see Godzilla on the first page of the results. And Joe Dirt there, P17. One of the big names in the points race. And then also MacGruber. You know, he didn't get a top 10 or anything, but still a good finish for B Spinney there. B Spinney's other trucks are over here on the back half. Dwight Schrute P21, Daenerys Targaryen P27, and the big point names are circled here. Bob Vila, John Denver, Edward Scissorhands especially. Holy cow. He's probably still going to be in the top 10, but that's going to hurt R.A. Kaiser's Edward Scissorhands for sure. And nothing else. It's a weird anomaly over there, 31 through 40. All those trucks that started in the single digits, you know. And, you know, a lot of them have had 2 straight bottom 10s. That's a killer. That really hurts. And, of course, Randy Savage just, I mean, I even made a mention of it, this race that he's always, or whatever race it was. I think it was Memphis, actually. I mentioned that he's, you know, feast or famine. And he's always bringing up the rear. So pretty, that's just crazy. But it was all luck on what happened. And then finally taking a peek at the bonus points. Rod Woodson, there were 20 different drivers that led a lap, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Rod Woodson led the most. He gets an extra bonus point there for Bryce. Chad Crow racked up some more points here. Newman, Trebek, and Abdul-Jabbar. That's 3 extra points for Chad Crow. And then an extra point for Chad Crow for Alex Trebek getting the fastest lap along with Cardi B and Pablo Escobar. So as I've said, Chad Crow is going to be in the Owners' Championship lead, but the next race, all of his trucks are starting at the back at Texas. Texas has been known to cause some big accidents. We're running full damage. So don't change the channel. Stay tuned. Because we are down to 3 races remaining next week. Talladega, or Texas, North Wilkesboro, and Atlanta. So just buckle up for that shit. And I will see you next week. For Andre the Giant, this is PBS Sports signing off. Thanks for watching.